Hey guys, the Epic Man here, and now for this video will be of my Masked Hero deck profile. Then after this will be the Ancient Gear versus the Dinos. Then that should be the last video I post for the day. So let's just get started. This is not a totally awesome hero deck, mostly because I can't really afford to build totally awesome heroes right now. Plus, it works pretty well without using totally awesome and whatnot. But I may eventually make it into a totally awesome deck. Just right now, totally awesome goes for like $50, and I can't afford. I mean, I think you only run one of him, or if not two of him in the deck, but still. The other cards are also like $19.99 for the 3 tin goldfish, and $6.99, which that one is fine for the shark Xyz that you need to bring out totally awesome. But this is pretty much a basic Masked Heroes. So 3 Shadow Mist, pretty much your way of getting Mask Change. Pretty much how you go into this is you use a hero lives if you have no monsters on your field. Then you bring out Shadow Mist, use Shadow Mist effect since it was special summoned, add Mask Change to your hand, activate it. Either activate it to bring out Dark Law or summon another elemental hero with a different attribute to bring out that. It's pretty much whatever you want, but that's pretty much how that works. Then I run 2 Bubble Man instead of 3, because like I said, it's not a totally awesome hero deck. 1 Vision Hero Vion. Pretty much he's used to send a hero to the grave. Like Shadow Mist, if you want to use Shadow Mist to add a hero effect at the end of the turn. Also, he is a way of adding polymerization. It doesn't use 3 polymers in this deck, it uses 2. As well as 2 Fusion Gate. Then I run 2 Blaze Man. I run 2 of him in here for 2 reasons. 1, easy polymerization when he's summoned. The other, summon him, you have Mask Change or polymerization in your hand. Pretty much he can be used for any masked hero or any of the element heroes like Absolute Zero or Shining and whatnot. Because what he does, depending what's still in your deck, summon him, use his other ability, send that hero to the grave, he becomes that attribute. So he can pretty much be used for Absolute Zero, the Shining, whatever, or Dark Law, or any of those masked heroes. Because he can be any attribute depending if you have that monster in your deck to be able to send to the grave or not. So that's why I run him at 2. Then I run 1 Honest Neos. Really good card from Duelist Saga that I'm glad they actually made. Because he pretty much, he does 2, you don't need him for the other effect, which is pretty much you send a hero from your hand to the grave and he gains that monster's attack points for that turn if he's on the field. Use him for the first effect, which is pretty much you target a hero monster on your field during either player's turn, discard this, and that hero monster gains 2,500 attack points till the end phase. That's awesome. One could say that's totally awesome. The jokes. Then I run 2 King of the Swamp, or Swamp King. Pretty much another way to add polymerization to your hand, like Vion or Blaze Man. But it's also a water monster if you want to use it for Absolute Zero. Or as well as, well, you don't need the first effect, where it can be pretty much used anything. I mean, I used to do that just for that a while ago when I had other heroes in this deck that actually needed a certain hero. But now I just have pretty much the 6 element heroes and all the masked heroes, besides Goka and Vapor. But I had Goka in this deck, but he's not really needed as compared to the other masked heroes. Then I run 2 Prisma. He pretty much can copy the name of a hero you send to the grave, but like I said with King of the Swamp, not needed. He's mostly needed because, 1, he can be used to like ditch Shadow Mist, into the grave to use Shadow Mist's effect, or he's light, so he can be used to bring out Shining or Koga, stuff like that. Then I run one Avion for Wind, Burstinatrix, one for Fire, to go with Blazeman, so 3 fires. One Wild Heart for Earth, and because he can be unaffected by trap cards. One Woodsman, if you want to use it to be another, to add polymerization to your hand, otherwise he's just used for 2000 defense, and it can be used to bring out, well, I took Gaia out, so you don't really need him for Gaia, but you can still use him as one of the elemental heroes, plus another of the attribute. Or you can use him to bring out Dion, or however that's pronounced, which is another good masked hero. One Goblin Bird, and 2 Summoner Monks. Pretty much, besides a hero lives, these are also helpful to bring out Special Summon Shadow Mist to use Shadow Mist's effect. And then one Max C. I know it's a deck that likes to Special Summon, but if you go up against another deck that likes to Special Summon, you get extra cards, depending how many cards they Special Summon that turn. That's it for the monsters. Now for the spells. 1 Reinforcements of the Army. 1 Legacy of the Hero. 3 Hero Lives. 2 Fusion Gate. 2 Polymerization. 2 Emergency Call. 3 Mask Change. And 2 Twin Twisters. That's for the spells. I also had Skydive Scorcher in here, like it's on the topic of when I had the other generic heroes that, well no, I think the generic means like absolute 0, but pretty much the heroes that actually need a specific hero, like Flame Wingman. When I was using those in this deck, I used Skydive Scorcher, trying to use its effect. I mean, it rarely happened, and that's what pretty much made me decide, okay, I'm just going to take this out and just make it generic heroes with masked heroes. But I did keep Legacy of the Hero because it is, you can still use it, because you are going to get a couple generics in the grave, or you banish the generic heroes. It still gives you a chance to get 3 cards. Then for the traps, 1 Fiendish Chain, 1 Hero Signal. This is also useful for bringing out Shadow Mist. You don't need it. You can like replace it with pretty much anything. Like if I could, and if I had 2 of them, I could add 2 Solemn Strikes, if not 1 Solemn Strike. But I don't have Solemn Strike being, I mean, I'm not sure if it is still expensive. I think it might still be. But right now I don't have Solemn Strike. But if I did, I would probably mostly swap these 2 out for Solemn Strikes. Or swap these next 2 out, which is 2 Hero Barrier. Pretty much you can activate this during your opponent's turn at any time. Well, most likely when they attack you. And you have a hero monster on your field, it negates one of their attacks. So it's still kind of useful if they only have 1 monster, or whatnot like that. But that's what I chose. Then for the extra deck, I am waiting on 1 fusion card in this for the extra deck to come. It said it should be here on the 25th of this month, if not on the 11th of May. And that is Nova Master. But 1 Acid, 1 Anki, 1 Blast, 1 Dion, 1 Dark Law. I might add another and replace it with replace something else in here with the other Dark Law. 1 Koga, 1 Absolute Zero, 1 Great Tornado, 1 Esquiardo, 1 Shining, 1 Nova Master. Then for the Xyz, which you can go into, 101 Sky Blaster, uh, Dark Rebellion, and Gagaga Cowboy. Well, that's pretty much it for the Masked Hero deck profile. Like I said, next will be the Ancient Gear vs. Dino duel, which I think I actually might do that tomorrow. There's already going to be plenty of videos for today. So until tomorrow, guys, Epic Man 14111, or the Epic Man, signing out.